Oh, hello there. I'm Bilchan.
I'm Nimikung.
I'm Banchan.
In this class, I'll read to all of you. Chapter 4, Section 4 of A Tale of Two Cities, Book the First Recalled to Life.
As.
Ah.
A Tale of Two Cities, Book the First Recalled to Life. Charles Dickens. Chapter 4, Section 4. Business. You have business before you. Useful business. Miss Manette. Your mother took this course with you. And when she did believe broken-hearted, having never slackened her unavailing search for your father, she left you, at 2 years old, to go to be blooming, beautiful, and happy, his heart out in prison. As he said the word, he looked down, with an admiring pity, on the flowing golden hair, as if he pictured to himself that it might have been already tinged with grey. You know that your parents had no great position, and that what they had was secured to your mother and to you. There has been no new discovery of money or of any other property. He felt his wrist held closer, and he stopped. The expression in the forehead, which had so particularly attracted his notice, and which was now immovable, had deepened into one of pain and horror. But he has been found. He is alive, greatly changed. It is too probable, almost direct. It is possible, though we will hope the best. Still alive. Your father has been taken to the house of an old servant in Paris, and we are going there. I'll to identify him if I can. You to restore him to life. But to see at a shiver ran through her frame, and from it through his. She said, in a low, distinct, awe-stricken voice, as if she was saying it in a dream, I am going to see his ghost. Mister. Rory quietly chafed the hands that held his arm. There. Yeah. There. See now. See now. The best and the worst are known to you. Ah. You are well on your way to the perron, gentlemen. And then, with a fair sea voyage, and a fair land journey, she repeated in the same tone, sunk to a whisper, I have been free. I have been happy. Only one thing more, said Mr. Bory, laying stress upon it as a wholesome means of enforcing her attention. He has been found under another name. His own. Unforgotten or long concealed. It would be worse than useless now to inquire which. Worse than useless to seek to know whether he has been for years evoked, or always designedly held a prisoner. It would be worse than useless now to make any inquiries, because it would be dangerous. Better not to mention the subject, anywhere or in any way, and to remove him for a while at all events were out of France. Even I, safe as an Englishman, and even Tellson's, important as they are to French credit, avoid all naming of the matter, I carry about me. Not a scrap of writing openly referring to it. This is a secret service altogether. My credentials, entries, and memoranda are all comprehended in the one line. Recalled to life, which may mean anything. But what is the matter? She doesn't notice a word. Perfectly still and silent. And not even fallen back in her chair. She sat under his hand, utterly insensible, with her eyes open and fixed upon him. Forehead. So close was her hold upon his arm, that he feared to detach himself lest he should hurt her. Therefore he called out loudly for assistance without moving. A wild-looking woman, whom even in his agitation, Mr. Bori observed to be all of a red colour, and to have red hair, and to be dressed in some extraordinary tight-fitting fashion, and to have on her head a most wonderful bonnet like a grenadier within measure, and good measure too, or a great Stilton cheese, came running into the room in advance of then servants, and soon settled the question of his detachment from the poor young lady, by laying a brawny hand upon his chest, and sending him flying back against the nearest wall. I really think this must be a man, was Mr. Lurie's breathless reflection. Why, look at you all, bawled this figure, addressing the servants. Why don't you go and fetch things, instead of standing there staring at me? I am not so much to look at, am I? Why don't you go and fetch things? I'll let you know. If you don't bring smelling salts, cold water, and vinegar. Good. There was an immediate dispersal for these restoratives, and she softly laid the patient on a sofa, and tended her with great skill and gentleness, shoulders with great pride and care. And you and Branch, she said, indignantly turning to Mr. Ori, couldn't you tell her what you had to tell her, without frightening her to death? Look at her, with her pretty pale face and her cold hands. Mr. Ori was so exceedingly disconcerted by a question so hard to answer, that he could only look on, at a distance, with much feebler sympathy and humility, while the strong woman mentioned if they stayed there, staring, recovered her charge by a regular series of gradations, and coaxed her to lay her drooping head upon her shoulder. I hope she will do well now, said Mr. Or, no thanks to you and Bran. If she does, I hope, said Mr. Or, after another pause of feeble sympathy and humility. A likely thing. Do, replied the strong woman. If it was ever intended that I should go across salt water. To be continued.